Hey guys, welcome to another one of our reviews. I'm the Worm, this is the Proton. Today we're going to be doing another juice review from John at e-smokeless.co.uk. And yeah.
There you go. What we're doing today, guys, Worm has it, but it is a 12mg strength Highway is what it is. It's a tobacco flavoured e-liquid. So yeah, I'm going to have a little go. Worm's going to go over a few particulars with you. It's a 0.8 ohm coil, IGOS, Panzer, fresh charged battery.
Right guys, it's Hangsen juice, so it's about 70-30. They kind of tailor it a little bit plus or minus, but it's around 70-30 mix PG wise anyway, so PG allergists might want to stay away from this one. You get your needle nose tip on these bottles.
There's a couple of drops whilst we're needle nose tipping. IGOS doesn't hold much liquid, guys, unfortunately.
So yeah, you've got the needle nose there, so you can go straight down the drip tip and do it like we just did there. Obviously tactile, chip compliant, all the good stuff that you want. It's even got batch number and dates on there as well, so perfect stuff on the lid. Obviously they all come in colour coordinated as well with the tops and that. Obviously blue is 12, 6 is green I believe, 0 is white. I can't remember the other two because I don't really vape them so often. I think it's yellow for 18 and
yellow
orange
for 24, orange for 18.
Ah, there we go, that way around. So yeah, so you get coloured tops as well, so that's always good.
Awesome sauce. Right, Highway. Now, as we said, it's a tobacco style vape, which is cool. What does it taste? I'm trying to. It's a weird one. It kind of tastes a little bit like a proper cigarette, you know, like your tailor-made cigarettes, your branded cigarettes. It tastes a bit like them, but it's got an underlying sweetness going on in there, which, first of all, I didn't taste at all. But I am getting a slight sweetness come through from it. I'm getting a very, very little bit of throat hit on it. It's a nicotine throat hit though, and it's very like it's like 2 or something. So if you've got a high throat hit, maybe increase your nicotine strength. But the flavour itself, it's like a mild sweet cigarette. It's kind of like a silk cut with toffee or something. You know, it's just, I don't know if that's just me. Are you getting the sweetness at all?
Mm.
You are? Oh, well, Worm says, so that means he's all right. Yeah, I'm getting the sweetness coming through from it. It's kind of like, I don't want to say caramel, but to me, that's what an R-White-4 should taste like. I mean, people say R-White-4 is a caramel crossed with tobacco. All I can ever taste is tobacco, to be honest with you. But it's a mild cigarette taste with a sort of caramel-esque sweetness to it. I think it's quite pleasant, to be honest with you.
Definitely tobacco. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm getting throat hit, but I'm kind of getting like a scratchiness you kind of get off the tobacco flavours on the back of my throat. Not overly pleasant for myself personally. Don't really like it. I mean, I don't really suffer from throat hit, so most juices it's not really a problem. But this, I'm kind of getting like a scratchiness on the back of my throat. I mean, the taste is, I'm getting more of a toffee taste from this than a caramel. But it's definitely kind of a very sweet kind of toffee caramel-esque taste in there. But it's kind of like 50-50 with the tobacco taste. The tobacco taste isn't overpowering this one. This is kind of a very, very sweet toffee caramelised tobacco, really, if you put it that way. I mean,
it's hard to explain.
The tobacco though is more, to me it tastes like a rich tobacco, like kind of like your darker leaves rather than your lighter leaves. But
it's very mild though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not strong. It's just rich on kind of like, it just feels rich in your mouth. The density of it. It's just, but the taste is just kind of light. But the sweetness is there, so it kind of covers a lot of it, which is in my eyes is good. Don't really want the tobacco taste, but you know, for the tobacco lovers out there that want a sweet tobacco, perfect for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's alright, to be honest with you. So yeah, what we'll do is we do 2 marks out of 10. One for what it's supposed to taste like, name on the bottle or the description, and then one for our personal take on it. Do you want to shoot first or shall I?
Go on.
For what it's supposed to taste like, well, Highway. I mean, to be honest, when it comes to these Hangsen juices, I ignore the name of tobaccos because they'll call them whatever they fancy. But ultimately, does it taste like a tobacco juice? Yes, it does. It is definitely a sweet tobacco juice, and it isn't a super strong punch of tobacco. It's just a very underlying taste, and it's definitely there. So, does it taste like a tobacco juice? Yes, it does. It's a 10. Just bear, you know, just what we've just told you in mind. It is a sweeter one.
Yeah. Again, you can't really go by the name on this one because it says Highway. I mean, never really licked a Highway to see what it tastes like, to be honest. So.
Don't get windows though.
Yeah, it tastes like tobacco. Just be aware this is a sweet tobacco. So, yeah, for what it's meant to taste like tobacco, yeah, 10. It's just a sweet one.
There you go. For me personally, mark out of 10. Now, a typical tobacco, a good one would be sitting probably exactly where this is going to sit. So, 7 or an 8 for me. I think I could use this. You know, it's a usable tobacco. It's a nice sweet taste, which is my preference, and yeah, it's not I'm not getting that ashtray-ness that I would get from some tobaccos. So yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. I think it's quite a nice tobacco actually.
2. I don't like tobaccos anyway, shape or form. I mean, for the people out there that like tobaccos and want a sweet tobacco, you're going to love this. You're going to rate this like a 10, 9, 10 sort of thing, because the tobacco is definitely there. It's definitely very prominent, but it's matched with the sweetness being quite prominent as well. So they kind of match each other out on this one, whereas kind of previous RY4s and that don't kind of match up to what this one is. So yeah, I mean, but for me, I don't touch tobaccos if I don't have to. I'll do them for juice reviews, but other than that, I have no interest in the tobacco flavour whatsoever. So for me it's a 2. I could pick it up if I needed to, and I was that desperate. It was the last juice that I had on the shelf before any come. I would use it, but other than that, yeah, it's a 2 for me.
There you go. But obviously, guys, as we've always said, taste is subjective. You know, it's one of them things. We don't all like everything. As simple as that. So just bear in mind that when you're making your selections. Other than that, I mean, I would recommend it if you want a sweet tobacco. That's all we can really say. Yeah. But there you go. I think we're pretty much done here.
Big thank you to John though for sending these down at e-cig Smokeless.
Yep. Go ahead and check it out. Link will be down here and it will be written up here or something. One of us. Yeah, so go and check out that as well. If you want to, he does some lovely juice, nice and cheap, $5.99 for 30ml. It's a spot on price. So you really can't argue with that. And other than that, thank you guys very much for watching. I've been Mr. Proton. This has been The Worm. We'll see you soon.